continue.
Okay, guys, let's do this. Okay, so we were talking about what breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about breastfeeding, how has been going on for you. It was painful. It's toiling painful, guys. Like, don't you? It's painful. So just get yourself some balms. Sometimes you massage yourself when it is like engorged and heavy.
And if you can't do it, don't feel pressurized.
Don't feel pressurized.
Just make sure you feed your baby.
You know, just do whatever works for you, guys. Like, literally, just do whatever is comfortable for you. How is your body so far? Like, how has your body been? Like,
well, how would I put it? This age that we live in now, when I was younger and you see people that are moms, you know that this person is a mom.
Yeah.
Because like there's this certain way that the moms look, they look fatter, their tummies are not flat and all that. But now in this our generation, you will see somebody 2 weeks post baby, their stomach is as flat as a wall, and in fact, I was 1 week post baby, I still look like a balloon. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why am I different? But I'm happy that even though some people tell you the truth now, like I had a lot of aunties that have given birth, and I have mom and all that, and they tell you that you're still going to look pregnant. Like, a lot of people already told me that you're still going to look pregnant when you have your baby, and it's okay if your body doesn't go back again. But the thing is that no matter what somebody tells you, you need to come to terms and accept it, and that this is how you look now. And then I think 1 week after I had my baby, I know I fought with a lot of people there because some idiots, sorry to use the word, and they were all men. Like, the first person said, the second person like, this your tummy, you buy pepper soup, you put this on, put this on. Like, for Christ's sake, my baby is just 1 week old. I didn't ask you for your advice. If I need something to make my tummy flat, I know the people to ask. Stop giving me unsolicited advice.
It's so crazy.
My body doesn't make me money, like,
I'm telling you, some people just want to give you advice, and not even on a positive manner. They want to give you in a kind of enforcing manner, like they are judging you. Sometimes people's advice, like, if you don't come from a helpful manner, in motivational and from experience, then please keep your advice to yourself. If you want to judge me and tell me you're a bad mom, look at your stomach, this, that, it's best to come in a place of experience rather than in a place of judgment.
And if the person asks you, especially when you know that you didn't feel like when you had your baby now, I had made up my mind that if any of my friends have any babies, I'm not just going to be like, oh, you look like this. If you ask me, for what you can do, then I'm going to, because I know that in my own time I don't want anybody giving me advice that I do not ask for. So if the person should ask you for the advice, then you can give without judging.
Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, so how do you balance work, your personal life, and taking care of the baby?
Well, it's something that me and my husband agreed, before we had the baby, that the first couple of months after she comes, that I wasn't going to work, and because we didn't have any other person at home to help look after the baby and all that. One of the disadvantages of having a child abroad: no mom, no auntie, nobody to help you.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Except you have so much money that you can get a nanny all the time. So you're on your own.
Yeah, so I made up my mind that the first couple of months that I wasn't going to be working and all that, and then when my baby was about 4 months, okay, I've gotten the hang of it, because I was thinking that if I don't have any help and I'm working now, I'm still trying to figure out this baby, and I know that work can be stressful. Like, I don't want to go crazy. So when my baby was about 4 months, I okay, I understand this child to a certain level, and then I started working. again. So
I think it gets easier like when they're a year plus.
It's not like it gets easier. You just get used to it.
You just keep it going.
Yeah,
keep it moving.
You get used to it. Okay, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't really say it gets easier because each stage comes with their challenges. You just get used to having that person around you.
Okay. And for me, like trying to balance everything, like being a wife, being a mom, being a myself as a person, going to work. It's a lot. It's difficult. I would not even lie to you. It's so difficult. Like sometimes I'll be so stressed. Like, God, like is there anybody I can exchange with? Like just for like 1 week or something. But I think you just. Because you love your child, you have to put your child first now, because now the child is depending on you for life, literally.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to meet the child's needs first before yours. So that's just my priority now. My child first, then myself or my husband, and then whatever comes next. And work, I'm trying to. Because I'm going to school right now, so balancing everything, you just make it work, basically. That's all you just make it work for you. Whatever you can do, just. I don't even know if you have to have a timetable or so, but just make it work. Just put it in different days. Like, okay, today this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Tomorrow this is what. Don't try to do everything at once, because that's when
you're going to burn yourself out. Yeah.
Since you're giving birth, has it had an impact in your relationship between you and your husband?
The first couple of months we started fighting a lot more because
let's not lie to each other, boys.
The first couple of months we started fighting a lot. How will I put it? You just had a baby, your hormones are all over the place, and guys are not gentle the way we are. I know it's not a bad father, but sometimes the way we just speak out, when a lady wants to pick up a baby, even if you've never had a baby, you see that there's usually a difference between the way girls care for baby and the way boys care for baby. And I'm like, don't you know? I'm like, what are you talking about? That you should have my baby too, and everything. Like, I found myself complaining for everything it does, and then I didn't even know that I had that attribute of being a nagging.
You had postpartum rage.
Like
postpartum rage. That's what she had. Me too, I had it too. I'm talking about experience.
Like everything it does, he wasn't doing it well to me. And then he started getting angry that am I trying to say that he can't take care of his baby? Like I'm like, please don't carry her, just leave her alone. Just leave her alone and all that. But then after some time, I think his mom. One day his mom was talking to him. Thankfully it was on speakerphone, and then the mother was telling him that, and I'm happy that it was coming from his mom and not my mom. The mom was telling that at this stage now, anything she does, she's not doing it to spite you. This baby has been in her tummy for 9 months. The bond is so close. Just please, anything she does, just make sure you help her. If she says she wants you to do it this way, even though your way will be better, just do it the way she wants and all that, And then the fight's reduced.
And same thing goes for me, basically. There are some times where we were taking care of the baby, and there's some times where both of us are so tired because Eric just came back from work. He's exhausted. I've been with the baby for the whole day. Probably had to go to school, online school. I've been so exhausted, done some chores in the house, and then this baby refuses to sleep at night when all of us want to sleep. We are tired. Both of us were both tired. So sometimes we just get so tired and we start screaming at each other like, why are you doing this? Why can't you do this? Why would you stop crying? Why this? Why that? And then we just had to realize that that is not a good impact on our relationship.
Yes.
We have to compromise. We have to work with each other. We have to understand each other, and we just have to be patient with the baby, because the baby is just. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Exactly.
She doesn't really know what she's doing. All she knows is that she wants to sleep, but she's too tired to sleep. I'm like, if you want to sleep, won't you just close your eyes? And it's not easy for them as it's easy for us. So you just have to be patient with her. And I noticed that once we decided to like compromise with each other and work with each other like as a team instead of attacking each other, then life became easier for both of us, basically. Okay, but Eric is a really thoughtful person. He sometimes wants to put himself last. He puts the family first, so he would rather me sleep first so that he can take care of the baby. So we just balance everything together, basically. How did you feel the first time you peed and pooped, like after the baby?
Well, the first time I peed, it was immediately after I gave birth, so it wasn't painful because I still had the epidural had not fully worn off. But then the poop, oh Lord! They told me it was going to be difficult, but I never imagined it was going to be that difficult. I think I didn't poop for about 2 weeks, and I was just drinking fruits, eating vegetables and all that. But yet this poop refused to come. And the day it finally came, I couldn't even sit. I was lying down on the floor and I was crying. The pain was that bad. It looked like I was about to push out a second baby. Like, don't let me gross you out and describe it.
Let's stop there. It's painful.
Let's stop there.
Okay. When you are peeing for the first time after delivery, it stings. Like pouring spirit on your wound. That's how it feels like, basically. So I advise you, if you're not going to get any postpartum kit at all, if you're not going to get any postpartum kit at all, get that seed bottle, that spray bottle that sprays out the water. If you're not going to get anything for your pregnancy, get that one, because you're gonna need that, because you have to like literally pour the water as you're peeing. So it won't sting.
It's true, I used that. I forgot it.
It's painful. Okay.
Maybe that's why it wasn't painful, because the nurse told me to use it.
It stings. If you try to do it without that water going through it, it's painful.
I can't believe I'm forgetting a lot of things already.
That thing that they say you start forgetting like the pain you face when you see your baby, when you start holding your baby. I couldn't even imagine that I could be someone that say, oh, I want another baby. Like after that whole pain I went through giving birth to the first baby, I'm just like, I want another baby. And then I remember like, oh my gosh, that pain was intense. It was intense. I'm not like, so how has motherhood changed you, and what do you do differently since you've been a mother?
It has taught me to put others first instead of me. I think I've had a little bit of that, being the firstborn and the only girl in an African home. But then taking care of my brother's first didn't really mean much to me. But then my baby, whether you're sick, if I'm at home now with my younger ones, if I'm sick and they want something, please don't disturb me. I can't meet your mom, But having my baby, even though I'm sick, if something is wrong with me, I still tend to put that first. And I think it had made me more sensitive to when someone is going through stuff, because I'm someone that really cannot tell when something is wrong with you looking at your face, except you tell me. You can be giving me signs and doing all that, I honestly will not grab it. But since I've had a baby, because the baby can't talk, I've learned to be looking at her cues and everything. And I think it has even made me have a better relationship with my friends and all that, because from your voice, from the way you look, I can be able to say, no, you don't look right. Something is different, something is off. So it has made me more thoughtful. It has made me to put others first before me.
Okay, for me, motherhood, like the first feeling I had when I just gave birth, I felt like I was Superwoman. I felt so confident. Like I felt like after I came out from the hospital, I was just like so agile, so like, oh my god, because I felt like I did that, so I can do anything.
You can do anything.
I can do anything in life after going through that and surviving. Because people die.
Yes, that's
so
scary.
After everything, I just felt so like I felt like I felt like a boss, like I can do anything now, like bring it on, I can do it, So and then so far motherhood has made me more satisfied as a person. Like literally, money, wealth, and everything is good. Like before I had a family, before I was married and all that, I used to be like, oh, I need the best car, I need the best house. But now that I'm doing that, I'm just like, I don't even care anymore. Like I have my baby, my husband is fine, we have food to eat, we have shelter. I'm not you know?
But that's it. You shouldn't strive to get good things.
You need to still strive to like be the girl you want to be, the boss you want to be. But in the end, family is mostly all that matters to me. I mean, all those material stuff, they are all nice and we need them. But
we need them to survive.
Family. It made me more responsible as a human being, made me more grown up because now I'm responsible for somebody else's life. I'm responsible for the person, this child going to school, eating, you know, her finances, all that. So it made me a more responsible person. Like, it made me grow up by force, basically. Like, you grow up by force, basically. Okay, for pooing, I didn't mention this. There was this thing I was taking. It's called bok choli. I think Kenyan people eat it or something. So
I think Chinese people too eat it. I say it's a Chinese food.
Yeah, I guess
you can Google it.
So just Google bok choli. It's like some vegetable mixture or something. So it softens your poo or whatever. So pooing didn't really hurt for me. The first time I wanted to poo, I had to call Eric to the toilet. Like, oh my god, I'm about to go through like giving birth in toilet again. But and now when I pooed, it was no more soft and I was just like, okay, I can do this. This is not so bad. This is not so bad, you know? Because I was eating that bok choli and eating a lot of fiber food. And eating a lot of bananas. So that really helps. How has winning been for you? Like, I have not experienced it because I'm still in 3 months. She's in a 1 year plus. So.
My baby is still not winning. Because there's another thing again. The same people that pressurize you to breastfeed, the same people pressurizing me to breastfeed, when they find out that my baby is still not, they're like, what are you still doing? She's supposed to have stopped. I'm like, how can I ever please you people for Christ's sake? And
you can't please anybody.
You can't please anybody. Like, she's not hurting anyone. I tried to do my research too because of asking people every time, you know, they just tend to tell you what they did. Some people say they breastfeed until 2. I follow this YouTuber, Yemi. Her baby is over 2 years old, she's still breastfeeding. So I'll be like, well, my baby is just 1+. Maybe she's still breastfeeding because she has not started going to school and all that, and she's not hurting anyone.
I mean,
we are both comfortable with it. Although she eats normal food, but when she's a little cranky or she wants to sleep, like I think she sees it as a pacifier. Like when she's crying or she wants to sleep, she needs to suck before she sleeps.
That's like, where I am now with my daughter. Like,
she has to suck before she sleeps. Mine will not suck anything.
But sometimes if we are lucky that day.
But that winning, maybe when she's 18 months, I can, you know, try to actively. I've not really tried to because I've been thinking. A lot of people told me that their baby stopped on their own, so I was hoping that maybe mine will stop on her own. But if she doesn't stop on her own by the time she's 18 months, then I'll actively try to win her.
You're talking about postpartum depression. I had postpartum rage. As much as there's postpartum depression, there's also postpartum rage. Like, you get angry for everything. Everything around you just upsets you. Everybody is annoying.
There's also baby blues.
There's baby blues. But me, I had postpartum rage because I was just angry all the time. I was just angry. Like, every small thing. I'm just like, why did you do that? Don't you know you're supposed to do it this way? Blah, blah, blah. And then later, and I'll go and check myself like, hey God, like, what am I turning into? I hope this is not how I'm going to be for the rest of my life. But it wears off, guys. So just.
And I think one of the things that causes it again, this is something my mom said. And remember when you had a baby, I tried to bring something for you too, because she said it was something that she experienced. She said that most of the time, it's not that she's being jealous of the baby, but for Christ's sake, I'm the one that pushed out this baby. Everybody forgets about the mom when they come visit. Baby, how is the baby? Nobody asks, how are you feeling? Nobody brings anything to make the mom feel good. They bring baby toys, baby clothes.
That's how I was feeling too.
Nobody brings anything for the mom. Nobody asks the mom how she's feeling and all that. Everything is just always about the baby.